everybody!
Hey everyone.
How is everybody?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm a hot mess, let me tell you.
Yeah, she was saying that just a minute ago.
So I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I found an egg, which not him, me and another lady that's like takes care of birds, concluded that it's probably a mourning dove baby, and I found it in the yard this morning, like right in the path, right in the middle of the path that I walk Bingley, and there's feral cats around here, so I'm like, what on earth? And it's a little bit bloody, just a bit, but the eggshell was cracked a little bit. So I picked it up and it was cold, but usually when I find eggs, I'll try to warm them up in my hands just in case, so the odds that this baby bird was going to be alive was not very high. But I warmed it up in my hands, and like I feel this little tap in my hand, and I'm like, is that my muscle spasming? So I'm waiting, and about a few minutes later, I feel another tap in my hand, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think this is moving. So we make a little makeshift nest, and we put it on a heating pad on low. Me and Andrew did, and we're all looking at it, and Andrew's, he's really looking at it. This egg's about that big, so he's like, what is that noise? Why is that making noise? And of course, me being older, I'm like, I don't hear anything. And wish that I could have kids' ears again, let me tell you. So I put my ear down to it, and there's like a tapping noise coming from inside the egg. And where the egg was damaged a little bit, we finally started to see a little bit of movement. So then I had to call a rehabber, because it's illegal to possess those birds here. And she was about an hour away from here. But by the time we got it to her house, the crack that was in the egg was a little bit bigger. So while I was waiting for her to come to the door, I'm looking at this crack, and I can see the little baby bird inside, like part of it, and it's moving. So it was alive. Mm-hmm. And hopefully her birds will accept it as a baby. We're hoping.
I would just crack the egg and give it to the cats.
He's mean. You see this? You see what I have to put up with?
It would have been easier. Didn't have to drive an hour both ways. No gas, but there you go. Done.
Yeah.
But she had a fun time. How was it work?
Right. Yeah, it was all right. But I'm tired. But okay. Anyways, I do have a ghost story for you. Well, it is kind of like a ghost story. It's going to work up for next week's ghost story. Okay? So just stay tuned for the end. But today we're going to watch Haunted 5. We haven't watched his channel in a while. 5 scary ghost videos that aren't easy to explain.
We'll see how well that shit works out.
Well, I'm hopeful.
Yeah, she's always hopeful.
So, anyways,
I'm going to think it's all easy to explain.
Well, we got to get this going. I still have to make dinner. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go.
Make sure to go over there, like and subscribe.
Yes, I forgot to say that. Thank you.
April 11th, 2023, a young man was traveling towards Tiger Point late at night, which resides in Lonavala, India. He mentioned he was casually recording the drive on Snapchat and that he was sitting in the front passenger seat. It wasn't until he reviewed his
like
footage with a friend after the trip that they noticed something terrifying through the front window.
No, this is him holding his phone. Oh, come on. Come on.
You can clearly see a mysterious pale hand reaching down from the top of the car. A few seconds later, it completely disappears. Many people in the comments section believe it's most likely the driver's hand shifting gears. Was it paranormal or simply a reflection? You decide.
Totally.
No.
If you are enjoying Haunted
Now, if it was a
5,
dash
be
cam-
sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on,
But no.
and give it a like. Now back to the video.
Couldn't have been a hot chick.
The following video comes from
Hey, there's got a
TikTok
cat.
user A Kid in Her Pack. Back on November 16th, 2022, she was
Okay,
visiting
I've
her
seen this part of the
96-year-old
video before.
grandmother in the hospital, which was just a few days before hospice.
I don't want to cry.
Her and her uncle were the only ones present at the time,
I don't wanna
so they found
cry.
it a bit unusual when the grandmother mentioned there was a young child next to her bed.
What is amazing, Mom?
Can you see this little pink girl here?
The pink girl?
No. You can't.
No, I can't see the pink girl. Is she Chinese or Oriental?
Chinese.
Pardon me?
Chinese or
Chinese?
party toiler. Harder.
They're having a party? What kind of, is it a birthday party with kids? Who's having the birthday party?
Oh, I don't know.
Many people in the comments that are hospice nurses mentioned that this particular experience is quite common. Many nurses stated that they have witnessed the patient's deceased loved ones come back and help them slowly transition to the other side.
Okay, hold on.
I don't want to cry.
I like the idea of this occurring, right? But one, she said it was Chinese, right? That's what she said.
Well, that's what he's saying. She
Yeah.
was like,
So, you know, I'm thinking it could be paranormal, but it is explainable in a non-paranormal sense.
yeah.
But it is also sad, so maybe it's better to think that she's communicating with the dead before she goes. And blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
it's just like what he said at the end. A lot of nurses say that happens
Mhm.
to those patients.
Mhm.
And that's what I've heard. Because my dad talks about... Who said that? I can't remember who he got that from. Which he is like so anti-paranormal. Okay? But he was like, he heard that your father is supposed to come back when it's your time to pass. To come get you and take you over to the other side. So, I don't know. It's weird.
Hmm.
I don't
Sounds
like
weird.
talking about it. It's going to make me cry. All right, let's go, let's go.
Next one.
I don't want to be depressed.
The following video comes from the YouTube channel Mr. Hutch 117. Back on
914
January
subscribers. Go over
15th,
and subscribe to that
2013,
guy.
a couple was hiking
close
through
to
the
1,000.
forest one snowy day when they heard something terrifying from off in the distance that made them stop dead in their tracks. The snow was very thick, and any type of help was nowhere
We
nearby.
like it thick.
So although they were intrigued, they were simultaneously unsure about their safety.
No, I don't know what it was. Oh, where it come from?
Big pine trees.
We're in the middle of nowhere. Well, call me nuts, but I reckon that came from up there. But, well, unless the trees backed it down and... Oh, it's cold. Unless the trees made it echo, I don't know.
That
I've
was
never heard a
kinda
sound
weird.
like that before. Well, it did have an element of eerie, isn't it? Yeah.
Smells like the longest build up ever.
Right?
My phone's about to die anyway. I don't want to be out in no phone. So there it is again, do you hear that?
What? Is that what we're supposed to be doing about this fucking video?
I think so.
That weird ass fucking noise?
Sound like it was added on.
maybe if we just went a bit further up, we might see something.
I know apes can make that noise.
Oh, this is it. Maybe it wasn't 2012, it was 2013. Yeah. Alright, okay. It's not an animal, is it?
If I was hearing that shit out in the woods,
Yeah.
I'd be hightailing it the hell out of there.
Oh, hang on.
Now there is a thing with
Oh, yeah,
ice,
yeah, that was loud. Alright. Hang on, I'll turn this off.
right?
Okay, don't worry.
He mentions they are in the middle of nowhere and has no idea where the strange guttural growl is originating from.
Oh my god.
Many
if it's a
people in the
growl.
comment section mentioned that this audio could be one of the best Bigfoot recordings ever captured. Paranormal or not, the footage is definitely creepy.
Okay.
Oh god.
Isn't there a thing where, like, if ice shifts, because the ground is so frozen, that if it shifts, it makes a big, loud sound, or is that more of a booming?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know. All I know is that I don't feel it was a reaction that someone would have had being out in the middle of nowhere with seemingly, I gather, no weapons. At least the other person had no weapons. And you're just like, oh, hey, look, listen, that's pretty weird.
Well, that's another thing. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't they have weapons? Because it looked like a very place where I would see a big bear.
Yeah. And
But,
these
well,
people-
it's winter time. They could be hibernating. But I've seen bear in snow. So, I mean, there's a chance that it's not
I
hibernating.
think it was edited in later. So
So you think
so-
it was
so
an add-in?
So far, this is pretty explainable.
Bingley.
It's the only thing that saved us so far is an old lady.
Okay. So, we're a little bit, I don't know about that one. I don't know. Alright, let's continue.
The following video has very little context.
It's a
man
Predator
was
gaming
driving down
pad.
the road one afternoon when he spotted someone on the
It's
side
a Chevy
of the
that's
road.
gonna die here soon.
He
Enjoy it while
decided
it's
to
still going.
inquire and see if everything was
He's
okay.
also not a Ford
It wasn't
person.
long into the
Yeah.
conversation when he started to realize there was something incredibly off about the man.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
Oh, good Lord, what kind of camera is this?
Just some cruisers, man. Those crazy shit. It's crawling at me like it's got.
Well, why are we talking to this guy?
What's up, dude?
Wait, Grayson.
After a few grunts, the man begins to make his way to the road. He naturally begins to crawl on all fours, which was a
Naturally.
clear sign that something was terribly wrong. As he gets close to the vehicle, the man safely drives off. Some people in the
you
comments
stop?
mentioned this could potentially be a cryptid disguising itself as a human. As always, I'll
I
leave it
think
up to
they can take
you
on
to
different
decide.
forms. Okay, pause button. Hey, you know, one day we're gonna get some good evidence in 4K. One day. At some point in the future, in like 2030, we're still somehow gonna have evidence on crap phones that people were like, these phones don't even exist anymore. How is anyone recording with this?
Yeah, well, I think the guy in that one might have had too many mushrooms.
Best case, he's high. He's so high. And you ran into him in the woods and you tried to talk to him for some reason.
I guess they were asking if he needed help because it was out in the middle of nowhere.
No, you don't. You don't ask. You just keep driving.
All right, number 1.
Chris, from the popular YouTube channel Urbex Hill, decided to investigate the abandoned Robert Fulton School, which resides just east of Cleveland, Ohio. The school closed down back in 2011, and since closing, many reports of paranormal activity have come forth. These reports only seem to intrigue him,
Don't
and he
explore
set out to
alone.
investigate
They
the
have some
school
nice
late one night.
handwriting.
all by
Right.
himself.
Since it's in some type of cursive, we can judge that it's not by a young person.
It wasn't in cursive.
It's in big cursive.
No, it wasn't.
No. I know what cursive looks like.
It was print.
Oh,
Yes.
whatever. It looked nice. How about that?
The A does not look
It
like
didn't
that.
look like chicken scratch.
Yeah.
It was chalk too.
I'm sorry if you hear panting.
Yeah, that's
That's
Bingley.
Bingley.
The decay is crazy in here.
Hi, Bingy.
And those chairs seen better days. I thought I said it closed in 2011. How does the chair decay that much?
Well, it's metal.
Look at this.
I mean, it's been 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. Rust, I could see. The complete deterioration of the thing. Uh-oh. Are we gonna finally have some good evidence? May it happen.
Well, I mean, this place is kind of falling apart.
Yeah, it looks like it. Is that eyes? It's
I don't
supposed to
know
be
what that
eyes.
is.
I see
Oh,
like
what was
two
that
little
light down
points.
there? I saw light at the. I guess it's just glass reflecting.
Yeah.
Why in the world is the door like that?
I don't know why that door is like that.
Maybe do we know how the people
They just did it for fun.
There's definitely a breeze.
Yeah, look in there.
What's in front of the door?
Maybe it's to keep you safe. There's a lot of broken stuff.
A random tree growing
Yeah.
in the middle of the hallway.
How?
Dirt. The
Life.
roof probably collapsed.
Yeah. Life finds a way, Andrew. Oh, hey, there's out of the room that's like
Yeah.
blocked. You can get
Oh,
over-
and the print.
Oh, yeah, the print. Oh, okay. It's not in cursive. It just looks nice like that. Don't be a hater. I've been working all day.
The other one's in cursive,
Okay, maybe
but I
that's
can't tell what
it
it says.
I
I
love
love you
you.
something. Oh, it's just I love you.
is. Yeah. Keep out. Written in print. This doesn't scream fake.
Kick
does
it!
This doesn't scream fake.
Kick the door!
Keep out. Okay, open the door.
Kick it!
Come
Okay,
on.
kick it open. Or push it.
Oh, come on.
Push the door! Sorry.
Come on! You're sitting here
he's wearing
staring at it
gloves.
for heaven's sake.
We're gonna see something in there, aren't we?
Yeah.
What is this? The weakest door opening ever?
This guy's
Jesus
failing.
Christ.
Come
A bunch of
on!
water bottles in there. There's a water bottle.
Newer
full of
water
bottles.
bottles.
I think someone's living in there.
Yeah.
Looks like they're smoking.
Yeah.
That's the reason they blocked the door.
Yeah.
Has a note that says "Get out."
Well, there's a leather jacket there, some kind of jacket.
Yeah, they said keep out for a reason. This is my house. Stay
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
This is my place.
They probably in
Well,
there.
they're somewhere in the building.
Oh no.
And we're probably gonna see
They
him
could
in
be
there.
hiding back there. Oh, yeah. What did he see?
He just went, ah! Get out of here!
And then he trips and falls on glass.
It's like a person in a horror movie.
It did
He
make
jumps
me
down the
jump.
stairs.
Oh, wait. What was that?
What was that?
That's
He's
got to be the person.
Maybe they're horrified or they're just trying to scream. and
They're
get 'em
probably
out of
trying to
there.
get him to scare him.
Just moments after entering the school, a
Stop,
dark
Bingley.
figure can be seen all the way down the hall
I
and
don't
quickly
even see
vanishing
that.
out of
It's
sight.
just a little
I
sad.
As
see
he
it
makes his
now.
way upstairs, he hears a loud bang coming from a room nearby. He notices a doorway barricaded with random items and proceeds
That's
to
why they
find an
barricaded
alternative
it.
way inside the room. Not taking the keep out sign seriously, he explores the room, only
So
to
what?
find a stranger just a few feet away.
Well, let me
Although he
see.
didn't capture anything paranormal, it was still incredibly chilling.
I didn't see the stranger.
Thank you for watching.
Andy didn't
Okay.
even talk about the screen.
All right. So,
I didn't see it. If you guys can pause it and see it and
Yeah, Jesus
let us
Christ.
know.
Maybe pinpoint.
I don't
the
know.
time. I know
You
you
click
can
on
do
a
that.
video hoping for some good ghost or paranormal or cryptid or frickin' aliens or frickin' anything. And the best video was an old lady laying on a bed.
Stop. Bingley.
That's your best hope, people.
Or maybe videos that you found that have
So,
good evidence.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but
there are
I
some.
do enjoy watching his videos. So, like we said before, if you like his videos, like, subscribe on his channel. If you like our videos, do the same. Now, the kind of ghost story I have for you is my grandmother had lived in a very, very old house. I'm talking maybe the late 1800s, early 1900s is when it was built. It was 2-story. And so supposedly what I was told is that the previous owner that lived in that house was a woman that went mentally insane. Just completely insane. And that she was married, but something happened to her husband and nobody could figure out where he went. He went missing. Okay? Now, in her bathroom, she had a really big mirror hanging on the wall. It was next to where the claw bathtub was. And the reason she had this very long mirror hanging up there is because there were 6 bullet holes in the tile wall. Okay, now supposedly it was from that previous owner. So, there was a lot of noises in that house. A lot of stories from that house. The main one is when you went upstairs, like you had a first flight of stairs and then it was like a little, I wouldn't call it a first level, just a little halfway level. And then the rest of the stairs went up, but it was like a hallway. There was 2 walls. So as you went up those stairs, I don't care who you were, who you are, you felt like somebody was standing right up there, right upstairs, just staring you down and did not like you, did not want you up there. Just very oppressive. And you didn't really enjoy being upstairs by yourself. Downstairs, it wasn't that bad, but upstairs, So every time you go down the stairs, it felt like you were going to get pushed. Like we would literally run down those stairs. And unfortunately, that was the only bathroom in the house was upstairs at the end of the hall, right across from the stairs. We would hear stuff in the attic of that house. But I don't want to get too far into it because that's going to be on next week's episode of the scariest thing that happened to me in that house. Now, little things like, noises, stomping, doors closing. Sometimes you hear people talking. There was a porch swing out on our front porch. It would start swinging back and forth. There was no breeze. It would just start swinging back and forth. So a lot of weird things happen in that house. I think I only went down in the basement one time, and it was a dirt floor. So we wouldn't ever go down in the basement. But anyways, so the bigger story will be next week. But I wanted to build you up and let you know what kind of house we were talking about. Mm-hmm. So if any place was haunted, this was the place. Okay? Mm-hmm. Anything you would like to add?
I thought about a couple things, but they're not appropriate.
Oh, good. I have to go start
Cook
dinner. Yeah.
She needs to be in that kitchen.
It's already hot. We're gonna go through a heat wave this week.
Good.
It's just gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, you
I'll
guys.
be at work. I'll be okay.
No, I mean when you get home, it's still gonna be hot.
No, I'll turn the air down.
No. All right. So once again, if you like our channel,
If you like our channel,
click
please
subscribe.
comment. Please say something. Write a ghost story. For the love of God, people. She just wants a ghost story. Y'all have one. I know you got one.
Everyone
I
has
have
some kind
one.
of scary story that is
You
unexplainable.
can give them a shout out. You basically just.
You
say
don't
their
know
name
what a
on
shout
there.
out is, JJ?
Yeah. Give them a shout out.
Like
Where
if they tell a story on our next video, hey, and we say their name.
Oh,
This
that's
person,
going to be
thank
the
you.
incentive?
He needs to start hanging out with kids more.
No, nevertheless. Do what you're going to do. I'm going to gather probably not tell a ghost story.
I'll be hopeful. I'll be waiting behind the scenes.
If any of you have a really
For a
great
ghost story.
if some of you
So,
have
all right, everybody, I gotta go. I gotta get this
Alright.
over with, or I'm just gonna say the heck with it. So I better go now.
Make hot dogs.
No, I'm not making no hot dogs. I don't even have any hot dog buns.
No.
All right. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.